The year is 1983. You're on a ship and y'all are going fishing. And while y'all are going fishing, y'all pick up the net, and through the net a chest comes in. Now, you're thinking, it's a big payday. There's a big ass chest. And all this has on it is 3 letters. DIO. Is that DIO? And you were never seen or heard from again. Yep, today we're talking about part 3 DIO. Because I was looking through my channel and I was like, there's no way I don't have a DIO video out yet, you know. All the videos I've made so far, 30 something days of posting consistently, I haven't thought to officially make a DIO video. My fault, y'all. This is the DIO video. This is a video really on how much influence DIO had from part 3 on. If y'all want a video about how much influence DIO had in the earlier parts or what he was doing in the earlier parts, just let me know in the comments. I'll make it. No problem. We find out at the start of part 3, DIO survived the shipwreck 100 years ago, and the way he did was pretty gruesome. Decapitating his adoptive brother's head off just so he could survive at the bottom of the ocean for 100 years. Luckily, Jonathan, he had already passed by then, so it's not like Jonathan, he really did anything to Jonathan, but like, he did something to his body. That's not cool. Then again, at this point, he's a vampiric evil supervillain, so like I think his morals was low-key a little skewed, you know what I mean. Now this is where I tell y'all everything he was doing behind the scenes that we find out in parts 4. We don't really find anything out about DIO in part 5, but parts 4 and 6 really, because in part 4 it's revealed how he acquired his stand, which was through the bow and arrow. Of course, we already know that Enya had given him the actual stand arrow, but like, he acquired it through the bow and arrow method, and through that he got lackeys to do his bidding, and once he passed, they essentially were mutated beyond recognition. That's why in part 4 we see Mr. Nijimura like that, because after DIO's death, he was just mutated because he was already one of DIO's lackeys. He was doing things for DIO on the side to make sure he has enough money for his family and everything like that. But once DIO gets his stand, of course, it awakens the stand of everyone else in his family. So that's why we see Jotaro get a stand, Josuke get part of his stand, and Holly gets sick from having a stand. And that's why Joseph gets a stand, but I'm pretty sure, I can't remember if Joseph already had a stand before DIO got there, or if he had literally got it in 83 once DIO was unsealed. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention this, but DIO escaped his coffin through a secret level within his coffin. Not lying, this is official. This is very official. He has there's something else in his coffin. But from 83 to about 87, 88, because that's when Stardust Crusaders takes place, we know one thing about DIO, and that's that he was having sex. Yeah, because he ended up with four children within that time span. Listen, bro, to each their own, but that's not even your body like that, and you're wilding. The man whose body you have right now would never be on the type timing you're on right now. He just wanted his girl Arena, and he was cool. He was never like that. But yeah, the 4 children that DIO does have, those end up being the sons of DIO. So, you know, we saw Giorno, who's the only one who got his own part, you know. If I was him, I would flex with my brothers, but then you have the other 3. Yeah, they show up in Stone Ocean. They're semi-important. Anyway, this is where we find out DIO manipulated a young priest, or apprentice priest. I don't know the official term. Yep, we're on to the events of part 6, and within part 6, DIO tells Pucci, hey, I got this plan, bro. You know, I'm trying to use my stand to reach heaven and shit, trying to help. Which Pucci, of course, at first was not receptive, but it took some convincing and some horrible life-altering things to happen to Pucci for him to be like, yeah, let's go. Now, since DIO and Pucci's friendship didn't last that long before DIO died because of the events of Stardust Crusaders, Pucci carries out his plan of heaven, which is very, very interesting. But that's where we see the events of part 6 start to happen, including him stealing Jotaro's memories so he could find out the rest of the plans to heaven and all that good stuff. But within those plans include taking one of Dio's bones, helping it evolve his own stand, and then starting officially the actual plan, which was summed up in more or less terms, because I've already made a video on this. Dio's vision of heaven is a world where everyone knows their own destiny, but that is only excluded to everyone that doesn't have the last name Joestar. If you have the last name Joestar, if you are part of the Joestar bloodline in any way, shape, or form, Dio did not see you in his vision of heaven. So he saw them eradicated, essentially. And Pucci, being a loyal loyal friend that he is, he took his word for it, and that was what he sought out to do, eradicate the Joestar bloodline, which, because even with the events of part 6, even though Jotaro and Jolene are done as we know them in the original universe, Giorno and Josuke still exist, and they could have still furthered the Joestar bloodline. But like, I get it, because, you know, matter of fact, I don't get it, because I was about to say, neither of them have Joestar in their name, but neither does Jotaro or Jolene. They're Kujos. Whatever, we're gonna continue. But essentially, because of that Pucci, that's how he gets made in heaven, and that's how he almost eradicates everybody. But the universe is saved by Emporio, meaning Dio, who started all of this because he did not like Jonathan, almost caused the end of the universe. And he also caused someone to be erased from the original universe, because Pucci himself was erased from the original universe. Like, after he lost, that's why in the Irene verse, Wes, he's no longer called Weather Report, because Weather Report probably doesn't exist in that universe. And if it does, it's just a stand. That man's name is Wes. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed the video, please let me know. You know, we're on the way to 2K, so of course a like, a comment, a sub will always be greatly appreciated. And until next time, please, I'll see y'all. Peace.